Hi, we are Group 9 and we'll be presenting on Dabur Chayawanprash, product we have picked for the advertising and sales promotion term project. So quickly diving into the case context, despite being a flagship product, the Dabur Chayawanprash has been more of a stagnant product for Dabur. Despite Dabur occupying a majority share of above 60%, most of the sales come through in winter season, and urban youth see it more of an outdated product. The penetration of Chyawanprash overall in India is stuck somewhere close to 4 to 6%. And the same can be also viewed in terms of the COVID-19 sales spike and how Chyawanprash in terms of category is doing in comparison to other products under Dabur. Now, the current objectives of the company would be threefold. The first is to increase the year-round consumption, second being increasing the penetration of the product, and the third is to modernize the brand image and the expanding the youth appeal. If you look at the competitors in the market, other than Dabur, there is Patanjali, which occupies more of a rural brand image and also is priced more on the lower segment, whereas Imami is right opposite to it, which occupies more of a premium segment and has a better celebrity endorsement. In terms of weaknesses, Dabur, while it enjoys the market leader position, it also has weaknesses such as seasonal sales, dated perception of the youth, and higher sugar content. For Patanjali, it is more of less urban appeal, and while for Imami, it is the price which is more of an issue. Moving on. If you look at the competition and the communication analysis, Dabur has recently launched three different campaigns from 2022 to 2024. In 2022, the focus was more on the immunity aspect, wherein it roped Saurabh Ganguly to be the brand ambassador for the product. 2023, it focused more on the Ayurveda and modern science aspect of things, while in 2024, it focused on seasonality aspect. If you look at the target market segmentation, the primary market happens to be the health conscious families, mothers, kids, and elderly, whereas the secondary market segmentation includes urban youth between 18 to 30 years of age, who are diabetics and also fitness seekers. If you look at the recent objectives, it is to reposition the product as a more of a year-round brand rather than being a winter specific product, and also to educate the youth to counter this image. In terms of the competitor communication that has been utilized by Patanjali, it focuses more on Swadeshi immunity or rural brand image, whereas Imami position itself as a more premium brand, comparing itself to Sona and Chandni. Now, in terms of the goals achieved by Dabur so far, it is through the recent campaigns, it is that the brand trust has gone up along with the youth engagement. However, the seasonality aspect still remains. And through this project, we aim to deliver these three objectives, which are also being targeted by Dabur. The first is to shift the perception of the product to be a more of a 365 days immunity product using a mix of different mediums such as digital, influencer, and experiential marketing. And the another target would be to increase the non-winter sales to 30% and also increase the penetration by 2026.
So in order to develop the creative strategy, we have summarized it into a creative brief. Now to start with, what is the business opportunity? Now Dabur Chayawanprash is viewed as a seasonal product, which is useful only during the winter seasons. And that leaves us with a huge gap during the summer seasons, where evidently the sales figures have dipped. Now, how will brand communication help address this particular issue? Now, Dabur needs to educate the consumers as how it is a year-round product and the benefit of the consumption of Dabur Chyawanprash can be beneficial throughout the year, even during the summer seasons, monsoon seasons, and other seasons as well. Now, moving on to the market, like what is the target insight for this particular campaign? Now, Chyawanprash consumers, what we have majorly identified is the middle-aged consumer base, which is from the 25 to 40 age range. Now, Chyawanprash consumers are rooted in tradition. They value family health and trust Ayurveda. They are proactive about preventive care and seek credible practical health advice, which will improve their vitality in the long run. Now, as to what they think about the consumers. Now, Chyawanprash, with respect to seasonality, is that it is prominently viewed as a product only for the winter seasons, and help it largely is due to its association with boosting immunity against common winter ailments such as cough and cold. So, because of this reason, Chyawanprash is prevalently considered as something that has to be consumed in the winters. Now, what we have to change this perception to, we have to make Dabur Chyawanprash into a product that can help boost the immunity and act as a year-round supplement that can be useful for improving vitality throughout the year. and not limited only to the winter ailments. Now, the message that has to be sent out is that Dabur has to communicate that the immunity boosting properties of Chyawanprash can be useful throughout the year, especially in the summers as well, so that it helps in improving their summer sales figures. Now, this will happen because amla, which is one of the prime ingredients and other natural ingredients, helps cool the body and improve digestion and address ailments which occur even during the summer seasons. Now, what needs to be the brand tonality? The tonality has to be that of an expert opinion from a family doctor or someone from the medical practice whom you can trust without the fear of being exploited. The mandatories will be an information on summer season ailments and how Dabur Chayawanprash can address it, and the deliverables has to be a doctor-patient conversation which can be integrated into the advertisement and also portraying what are the summer season ailments and how it can be addressed. Moving on.
So moving on to the media strategy, the objective of the media strategy, of course, is to reposition Dabur as a daily all-season immunity booster. And by targeting 30% summer sales growth by 2025 quarter four, we'll be doing this with a challenge of, let's say, everyday Ayurveda. The challenge is to achieve, the challenge is that we need to increase the summer sales. Currently, 70% of sales of Dabur Chayawanprash come from winter sales in the month of October to February, and only 30% sales are accounted to summer sales. Target audience, again, as we have previously discussed, is urban youth of 18 to 30 years of age, and secondary target audience is 25 to 45 years old mothers who look after their family's health in both urban and rural areas. And the approach would be to divide 40% of our budget to digital platforms, 30% to traditional, 20% to out of home activation, and 10% to events and sponsorships for trials. Looking at the detailed media mix, so 40% budget of digital promotion would be used on Instagram, TikTok Reels, YouTube Shorts, running campaigns like AR filters, summer Ayurveda series on YouTube, and TV commercial pre-polls, etc. We are also looking to build microsites and run mobile ads. While on traditional platforms, we look to run TV ads on summer slots on most watched channels like MTV, Star Plus, and TV, etc. And we are targeting a reach of 30 million on TV, 5 million on print, and 2 million on radio. While those for digital platforms, around 200,000 likes on Instagram and 3,000 visits on the microsite. While through out-of-home activation, through billboards and transit ads in metros and buses, etc., in tier 2 and rural holdings, we are targeting an impression of we are targeting impressions up to 10 million. And through event sponsorships like Summer Ayurveda Fest, beach camps, and health checkup camps, we are targeting around 9,000 attendees. Now coming across to how we'll be distributing our strategy across geographies. So when we look at seasonal focus, so the budget will be spent 70% during the summer, 20% during monsoon, and 10% during winter, where sales are naturally high. The 70% budget during summer would be spent to increase the sales during summer season, also to create awareness. While looking at the geographical distribution, 60% of the budget will be spent on urban areas and 40% on the rural areas. While urban areas can have national brand ambassadors with national appeal like Deepika Padukone or Shah Rukh Khan even, while rural brand ambassador can be local stars like Ravi Kishan for Uttar Pradesh because of his reach in the Bhojpuri film industry. So the rationale for all this is to push the product during summer and break the winter-only perception around this product. Finally, to track and measure the KPIs. So the KPIs that we'll be measuring are awareness, engagement, and conversions, and we'll be tracking them through Google Analytics and agencies like Bark India, which provide us with how much engagements and impressions are being gained from traditional platforms like TV, print, and radio. And to optimize it, if the reach is low, we can boost Instagram ads. If the engagement is low, we can refresh reels and rope in macro influencers. While for negative sentiments, we can conduct webinars and other promotional events to educate people about summer variants. Now moving on to the promotion strategy.
Yeah, thank you, Shivam. So quickly skimming through the promotions, consumer promotions firstly. So if we talk about the consumer promotions, buy one get one offer, BOGO offer is quite prevalent in Chyawanprash. Customers purchasing specific SKU can buy another identical or smaller SKU free. And it encourages bulk purchases, increases trial among new users, and boosts household penetration as well. Now, talking about the discounts, price reductions of 10 to 20% on 500 grams and 1 kg packs, often exclusive to e-commerce platform like Amazon and Flipkart and Dabur's website. It drives online sales and attract price-sensitive urban consumers as well. Now, we're talking about the duration. So promotion typically run for 1 to 2 months during winters. This aligns with the peak demand, 70% of sales, but reinforces seasonality. So summer campaigns, April to June and pre-summer March, which is a 1 month campaign, also builds the momentum for the sales in the summer season. Now, talking about the geographic scope, it is nationwide with dual focus. Firstly, nationwide urban penetration and rural penetration through general stores and retail. Now, talking about the discount rate that we have already discussed about the BOGO offers e-commerce discounts and bundle packs, which attracts the price-sensitive consumers. Now, the last is the terms and conditions, which is limited to specific SKUs. So promotions apply to certain specific SKU like 500 gram or 1 kg packs, festive season tie-ins, platform-specific discounts like only applicable in Dabur website or Amazon Pay, or only applicable for particular bank cards, or there is a strict specific offer on combo like Chyawanprash and honey pairing, etc. So these are some of the prevalent consumer promotions. Now moving on to the trade promotions.
So we now move on to the trade promotion strategy, which is also extremely important, since the intermediate step or bridge between the company and the final consumers, which comprises the retailers, wholesalers, etc., is extremely important so that they can push our product on our behalf to the customers. So we first identified the gaps that currently exist, which are essentially firstly the seasonal trade focus, which is because Chyawanprash has been positioned as a winter-only product till date. Second is that there are no incentives that exist for summer sales for the retailers or wholesalers. And thirdly, there is a limited retailer knowledge about the uh, use or the health benefits of Chyawanprash as a product and how it can be used year round. So the trade strategy that we recommended here uh, was firstly to launch Ayurveda wellness corners in urban retail with year-round incentives, which would ensure continuous visibility beyond the winter season. Secondly, to introduce volume-based bonuses for rural retailers in order to push summer sales so that they are loyal and advocate for our brand more than our competitors. This would also improve off-season sales and ensure that this product is activated in the rural areas as well. Thirdly, to build retailer loyalty and advocacy for the brand, we need to conduct training workshops for rural retailers, especially on the health benefits. This can be done with the wellness centers that are being started. So the expected impact would be firstly the year-round brand visibility across urban and rural retails. Secondly, a 15 to 20% expected increase in rural summer sales. And thirdly, an improved retailer loyalty and brand advocacy. Moving on to the next. To understand the rationale behind the recommended promotion strategy, so firstly, the biggest pain point is the seasonal positioning of Chyawanprash as a winter-only product. And in order to remove this, we need to launch summer campaigns and wellness packs, which will mitigate the sales that drop post-winter and the seasonality factor on a fundamental level. Secondly, in order to target the youth demographic, we need to start sampling at college fests or other gyms or other places where we find youth, and also start new variants such as the Chavan Junior, which will help the inquisitiveness and also allow them to try new products and boost our sales. Thirdly, to leverage the health trends, as we discussed in the first slide, there have been doubts regarding the quality of the product. So we need to promote low sugar variants with transparent nutrition information so that we can gain trust among the consumers, retailers, and in turn, we sell our product more than the competitors. In order to strengthen trade engagement, there should be bonuses and incentives for rural sales in summer and other places exclusive for our products, such as the Ayurveda corners. Thirdly, to encourage repeat purchases, we can begin with the subscription models for daily packs on e-commerce platforms that will not only help the consumers with convenience, but also help them in building a habit and also remove the seasonality factor from our product when it will be ordered year round. Moving on to the next.
Yeah, so moving on to the development of the integrated marketing campaign. Uh, Shubham, next slide. Yes, so our campaign name is Everyday Ayurveda, which aims to reposition the Dabur Chayawanprash as a modern daily health ritual, especially during the summer. So the idea is to blend the traditional Ayurveda with the today's active lifestyle. So if we visualize the concept, we bring this to life through a vibrant summer beach scene, a family picnic, or a young woman surfing, and our Amla warrior wearing a summer hat, all centered around the hashtag Everyday Ayurveda. So the tone is quite refreshing and youthful with a blue and a green summer backdrop. So now our core objective is to boost the summer sales by 30% by next quarter by reinforcing the idea that Chyawanprash isn't just for winter, it's an all season immunity booster. So we are targeting two segments here. First is the urban youth that aging from 18 to 30 who are fitness and health conscious, and others are mothers aged 25 to 45 who are decision makers in the family wellness. So the core concept is behind us making Chyawanprash as a summer essential, something that naturally fits into daily life and the modern routine. So we will do this with some cool visual summer visuals, interactive digital campaigns, which I will discuss in the next slide. So next slide. So the next slide is about how we are executing the campaign across the four key channels. The first one is a TVC. We will start with a TV commercial that builds brand recall and introduces the summer use case. It's called Summer Strong with Ayurveda, and will have relatable scenes that I have discussed, like a youth taking Chyawanprash to the beach, a mother giving it to her child during a picnic, or as Shubham discussed about a brand endorsement by Deepika Padukone shown at a yoga retreat. So the ad will run either on MTV, Star Plus, YouTube, and other various platforms where we will target a 30 million reach and a 1 million views minimum. The next one is the digital, where we will drive deep engagement. So major elements include an AR filter, where we will use Amla Warrior Summer Vibes with a glowing effect, a YouTube video series titled Summer Ayurveda Stories, which will highlight the real use cases of the Chyawanprash, and a microsite that offering quizzes and health blogs and a product finder tool. So now moving on to traditional media, it basically it is being done to reach a more family focused audience. We're using print ads in the different newspapers like Times of India and Femina, featuring family picnic visuals. Then radio jingle, Beat the Heat on Radio Mirchi would also be a part of this media. And other modes are the like OOH events, some events like Summer Ayurveda Fest, or some beach yoga sessions, or some kids wellness camps, and other peer activities can be like expert led webinars and press releases. So moving on to next slide. So here we have majorly three things. First is integration, which basically means all the campaign elements are being tied together by three unifying elements. First one is the Everyday Ayurveda hashtag. The second one is a consistent visual theme, that is green blue theme. The third one is the Amla Warrior mascot, who appears across all the mediums, and we will follow a funnel approach in this, so that the PR strengthens the credibility and events encourage a product trial. The next one is a tracking KPIs. We will measure success across three major key KPIs. First one is an awareness, the second one is engagement, and the third one is conversion. We will use tools like Google Analytics, Meta Business Suits, or Bark India, or Brandwatch to track these KPIs. And the next one is the optimization plan. We will build a feedback loop to optimize the campaign. If the engagement is low, we will refresh reel with the trending audio, or if there is a lag in sales, we will simplify microsite flows and stronger CTS. And even if there is a negative sentiment, we will launch webinars focusing on refreshing customer variants to assure the audience. So if I say in summary, we can say this everyday Ayurveda, our campaign transformed the Chyawanprash from a winter remedy to a year-round essential, delivering a measurable impact through an integrated summer-focused strategy. So with data-driven execution and a clear focus on the consumer needs, Dabur is ready to lead the immunity market every day in every season. Thank you.